What is up, guys? In this video we're going to learn about destructors, or some people call them deconstructors. So what are destructors? Destructor functions are the opposite of your constructor functions. So they are called when the objects are destroyed. So remember, from the previous tutorials we created objects, and before using that object in the main, the constructor runs first and then the objects get used. And what a deconstructor is, that after your object will be used, they will get destroyed and then the deconstructor will run. Sounds pretty confusing, but it is not confusing. So why we use destructors? The destructor is commonly used to clean up memory when an object is no longer necessary. So these are pretty much the limitations. It cannot have parameter, it cannot be overloaded, it cannot have a return type, it cannot be int or void or any other thing, and it starts with, these are pretty much the limitations, and this is the core thing. It starts with a tilde sign, this little curly sign just beside your 1 and under your escape and above your tab key on your keyboard. So we have three files: main.cpp, tiger.h, tiger.cpp. Let's go to tiger.cpp, and I've built here a constructor. By this, the constructor is built and the body is not filled up, so I've typed in this constructor, this is a constructor. And now if I go ahead in the main, and what I do is I create my object. So I'm going to create my object, and creating an object should not be difficult. What I wrote is, I wrote tiger and then I'm going to write the object name. So tiobj is going to be my tiger object. And then hopefully if I run the program, hopefully I don't have any errors, and I don't have. So this is a constructor prints out. And remember, this object is not being used because it doesn't have nothing to print out. So we're gonna give something to print out. So cout, and then I'm gonna give a Jason Statham. So our objects will print out nothing but Jason Statham, and we might want to end that line. And now if I go ahead and build and run, and hopefully I have, this is a constructor and Jason Statham prints out. Now it's the time for building our deconstructor or destructor. I'm sorry, destructor. Deconstructor, that's not even a word, I guess. Okay, so in order to build our destructor, what we are in now, previously we were in main.cpp and now we are in tiger.h. And in order to create your destructor, what you go with is you type your exactly the same as the constructor, and what you add is your little tilde sign. So that is the only difference between a constructor and a deconstructor. Messed that up. And now that we have registered our destructor in our .h file, now let's go and build our destructor. So again, building a destructor is as easy as building a constructor. So what I go ahead and I copy this. Now I'm gonna add little this tilde. Now this destructor belongs to the tiger class. Pretty simple, huh? And now let me change this text to destructor. Let me remove this. And now that we have our constructor and destructor built, and header files looks good, constructor is over here, destructor is over here, and an object is created. And now if I go and build and run, so I'm gonna do it, and hopefully our program ran perfectly. So it prints out, this is a constructor, and then it prints out the object, and then the deconstructor or destructor runs with a double S. And I know I spelled that wrong. So remember, your constructor runs and then your object runs. Jason Statham runs, and then Jason Statham gets destroyed, and then your Destructor runs. But I hate Jason Statham getting destroyed because he shouldn't be. So, but for the sake of this video, we have to destroy Jason Statham. And when our constructor ran and our object ran and our object gets destroyed, and then our Destructor runs. That's pretty much the pathway, because it's destroyed that object because it's no longer necessary. And I guess that frees up memory. Hope so. But that's it for now, guys. If you guys didn't study the constructor video, this video is probably gonna be difficult for you, so go watch that video if you're watching it for the first time. So like and share this video and study this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.